Good morning, English learners. In this video, I will continue my explanation to you about the genitive case. In the previous video, I divide the genitive case into two parts. In the part 1, I talked about the first way, which is the Saxon way, and it talks about the use of the apostrophe s when we want to join two words together. And now in this video I will continue my explanation about the Normandy way, which use the preposition of to join two words together. Let's start. The Normandy way of the genitive case is to join two words together by the preposition of. Alright, now the question is, could all words in English be joined together by the preposition of? The answer, of course, no. So there are rules to use the preposition of as genitive and to use or to join two words together. So what are these rules that enable us to join two words together and to make a certain structure that could be used as a subject of your sentence or as the object of your sentence, because it's like a phrase, alright? And a phrase could be used in the place of the subject or in the place of the object. So let's start by explaining these rules one by one. Here we go. The first rule is to use the preposition of to join two things. I mean two things and not two words refer to human being. Alright, let's take an example to understand what I mean. If I want to belong something to another thing, like for example رجله الطاولة, so the leg of the table. The leg is a part of the table and belongs to the table. So if I want to say رجله الطاولة, I must know two words. What's the meaning of رجله, which is leg in English, and what's the meaning of طاولة, which is table. So if I want to join these two words together, I add of between them and I put the first word which I'm talking about it. For example, I'm talking about the leg of the table and not the table, the leg of the table. So I start my phrase by leg, then I put of, then table, then I add the definite article to the first word and the definite article to the second word to have a phrase like the leg of the table. Another example, when we say سقف المنزل, so we have two nouns. سقف, it means roof, and منزل, house. So we arrange the words. We start by the main word which we are talking about, which is سقف, and it is roof. We put it, then we put of, then house, to have roof of house. Then we add the definite article the to both words to have the roof of the house. And the second way is to use the adjectives as nouns form. Right? If you remember, I make a video about adjectives that are used as noun. For example, if we take the word poor, poor, it means people who are not rich. And if we add to this word the definite article we have the poor, and in this way we change the adjective into noun, and we are here talking about all people who are poor, who are not rich. Alright, so we can use this in the genitive case. For example, we could say the needs of the poor, the needs of the poor, احتياجات الفقراء. And the same with the word rich. Rich here is an adjective. If we are talking about the group of people who are rich, what we have to do is to add the definite article to the adjective to have a structure called the rich. And in this case, we are talking about a group of people who are rich. And we can use the genitive case, the Normandy way of the genitive case, by using of in this way to join two words together. So we can say Hayatul Aghniya. In this way we are talking about the life. So we put the word life at the beginning to say the life of the rich. And the third way is an important way, focus on it. It's called the dual genitive or the double addition. What do we mean by that? Let's analyze this structure in Arabic and in English. When we say إحدى مسرحيات Shakespeare, how do we form it in English? The word مسرحية in Arabic means play in English, play in English. And if we want to say مسرحيات Shakespeare, we can write Shakespeare at the beginning, then we use apostrophe s because Shakespeare is a human being, then we add plays after it to have Shakespeare's plays, Shakespeare's plays. So here we use the Saxon way by using the apostrophe s because one of the nouns is human being. But if we want to say مسرحية من مسرحيات شكسبير أو مسرحية من مؤلفات شكسبير, we can say a play of Shakespeare's. We omit the last word in the genitive case or in the Saxon way, which is plays. Shakespeare's plays, we omit plays and we keep the apostrophe s to have a play of Shakespeare's. And as you notice here in this structure, there are two genitives. The first genitive is the of, which is the Normandy way, and the second way is the Saxon way, which is the apostrophe s. And the same when I say إحدى أصدقاء John. So how do I compose this phrase? So at the beginning, I compose the Saxon way by saying John's friend. So I write at the beginning John's, then I write apostrophe s and friends, John's friends. Then when I prepare this phrase, I omit friends and keep the apostrophe s to have John's, John's. Then I add this to the genitive, the Normandy genitive way by saying a friend of John's, a friend of John, because I'm talking about one friend of all John's friends. So I add it at the beginning and omit it at the end. A friend of John's, a friend of John's. And finally, I want you to focus on the meaning of these two sentences. When we say he reads a book of shows, it means هو قرأ كتابا من مؤلفات show. He reads a book of shows. While when we say he reads a book of show only, he read a book of show, not shows. It means هو قرأ كتابا عن show. هو قرأ كتابا عن المؤلف show. So notice the difference between these two sentences. That's everything about the genitive case, second way, the Normandy way. Thank you. Good luck for you all. Bye bye.